Hey everybody, Charlie902 here, and welcome back to Star Citizen. Today we're on our way to the Tobin Expo Center for Day 7 of the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo. Today we have Argo, Greycat, Consolidated Outlands, and Kreuger. Stay tuned. Okay, here we are, Day 7 of the IAE. We have Argo Astronautics, which is a very industrial-based manufacturer. Think of forklifts and, excavators, things of that nature. That's how they look. We also have Consolidated Outlands, which is kind of the analog to Tesla, I believe, is what it's meant to be in the Star Citizen universe. Kind of technology given to, like, the everyman. In addition to that, there's also Greycat, which makes small, not terrestrial, but small land-based vehicles, such as the Rock, which is a land-based mining vehicle, and a small buggy as well. And I think they do also larger mining operation stuff, but we've yet to see that yet. And then we have, the final one is Kreuger, who makes snub vessels, particularly the Merlin and the Archimedes. And let's go kind of look around and see what we can see. So first, you can see everything here is Argo, hence the telltale orange color, safety orange of the Argo vehicles. Here we go. This is the Argo. Is this the Cargo, or is this the... Yeah, this is the Argo Cargo. So the Argo MPUV is actually this canopy here, and this portion up here along with the two landing gears / thrusters. And this pod right here, which in this version is the Cargo. Let's see if we can open just the pod itself, maybe not. Is interchangeable. Oh, here's a ramp access button. Maybe we should read a little better. So in this version, you have a cargo pod, and these can be dropped off and picked up. Think of this as like a small forklift. All right, and I love the industrial design of Argo. This actually won the best starship competition this year. I think the community kind of did it as kind of a joke, but it also showed off the power of the community, how we can take one of the smallest ships in the game that doesn't even have a quantum drive and name it the best starship. But we can see in here, we have to kind of crouch a little bit. There's a jump seat and a cargo grid. You also have airlocks on either side. It looks like an airlock up top, but I don't know if that's actually accessible. It doesn't appear to be. Now, this is meant to be a tender ship to some of the larger ships, such as the Idris and Javelin and Bengal and stuff like that. It can move around cargo and personnel. There's one on the other side here. This is the personnel version. And if you'll notice, the shape of the pod matches that lifeboat shape that we saw on the 890 jump yesterday. And that's because this is a standardized large life raft that this Argo MPUV can go pick up and ferry around and use as personnel transport as well, or it can retrieve life rafts, rather, I guess is a better way to say that. But yeah, Argo MPUV. Cool little vessel. I wouldn't recommend buying one with real-world cash, as they're fairly cheap to earn in-game, but they're definitely cool vehicles, and I love the aesthetics of them. All right, so we got a couple things here. To the left is the Argo Mole, and the Mole I've done a full review video on, so go check that out. But the cliff notes are, this is a 4-person mining ship. You could probably get away with less, but it's designed for use with 4, as you have a central mining laser here, and then you have 2 outboard ones as well. And these outboard mining laser platforms actually articulate. They come out and you can move them independently of the ship. And then you have a pilot up here in the top for a total of 4. It can store quite a bit of mined material and ore in these ejectable, expandable bags here, for use with cargo ships to, ferry to go sell or to bring to refineries. It's a very cool ship. I enjoy it. I don't own one myself. I have one as a loaner for my Orion. I personally don't plan on buying one because I like to mine on my own for the most part, and if I want to mine as a group, I'm going to use that Orion. But I think it's a very cool design. I love the lights here. Look at all these lights. They're just all over the place, all around it. But it's a great ship. You can make a ton of money. You can use it solo if you want to. You just have to park near what you want to mine, hop out of the cockpit, go down to your mining laser of choice. You can bring actually 3 different mining heads if you want, so that you can be ready for any type of situation. But if you mine as a group, you can make a ton of money with this thing. All right, so the new one. This is the Argo Raft. This is my first time seeing the Argo Raft. I went ahead and read up a little bit on the RSI website before I come out here, just so I know what I'm talking about a little bit. So this is a transporter. Well, not really a transporter. This is a cargo ship, but it transports these standardized 32 SCU cargo pods. And you can see they're kind of clamped in place here, almost like a dock working crane would kind of move these shipping containers around. So you have 3 of these 32 SCUs for a total of 96 SCU externally carried. Now the reason it does this is because it's a lot quicker just to pick up the container and go, rather than a ship like a Freelancer, which would have to load the containers inside of the ship. So this one can just park above the container, grab it, and just get out of Dodge. So the intent is this will be faster to offload and onload cargo. And it's meant to compete with the Freelancer class of vehicles, as it has 96 SCU of cargo. Now there's supposed to be living quarters and stuff in here, so I want to hop in here and look. How do we activate the elevator? Call elevator. Looks like there might be somebody in here. It's supposed to be heavily armored. Here comes the elevator. It has 1 turret with dual size 3, and then it's got a few size 1s as well. Alright, can we... What are you doing? Let's go to lower deck. But it doesn't have as much armament. It has more armor. And I don't know how that armor is going to work when your cargo is stored externally, but we shall see. Alright, so here's the bridge. Great view. I love this little grate here that lets you see down. Yeah, let's set one of the seats here and see if we can get a feel for how the view is going to look. Ooh, I might be sold just on this cockpit view alone, especially over a Freelancer series, which has, in my opinion, the worst view of any of the ships other than the Starfarers. Yeah, I like this. I love the ruggedized aesthetic, industrial aesthetic, and I love this view. I wish there's a little more to the left, but it's not the worst thing. Being able to see below you here is... I can't put into words how useful that is for landing planet side and for landing for picking up cargo. I hate to use the external views for landing. I feel like that's kind of cheating. I like to fly in cockpit view. All right, let's hop out. Come on. Server ping's a little weird, so using hotkeys to get out of stuff is a little rough. All right, that guy's in his gown. All right, so we have bunks with a nice mess area, actually. What does that say? Clear. Don't know how that's going to work, but it looks cool. A lot of food dispensers. Very well lit up in here, and I love this. With a window. Granted, the window looks like cargo, but like having a mess area with a window externally, that is big too. I really like that. You know what? Argo, you might have sold me on this. I didn't think I needed one of these, and I couldn't figure out why I would want one. Okay, so there is internal storage. Oh, is this EVA suits? And weapon racks? Okay, okay, I'm liking this more and more. And what is this? This is your shower? Toilet? Is there a button here? Empty string. Oh, that's just not working. Okay. All right, so that's probably going to be your toilet. That's for your door. Okay. And that might be a shower. It looks like a juicer, but could be a shower. Okay, I like the little armory here. There's a ladder up. I don't like using ladders. I prefer to use the lift. Let's go ahead and call it. What's over here? An airlock. Okay, I like it. Come on. Please, crazy man, don't bother my tour of the Argo Raft. This actually has a lot more inside than I expected. I expected the internals to be much more cramped. It's actually very open here. Okay, so this looks like engineering. Well, clearly it's engineering, it says so. And this will be component access. Is it accessible now? It doesn't look like now. What is that? Engineering panel. More components. Alright, what's back here? More components, it looks like. This one opens. There we go. Cooler. I don't know what this is on the top. Is that power, maybe? What do we got here? Another cooler. Another power. Shields. What size shield is that? Is that medium? Or is that large? I don't know off the top of my head. Jump drive. Maybe this is power. I don't know what this is then. I'm sorry, I can't recognize the components just by looking at them. That's something I need to work on. And let's look in here. Here's the jump drive. Okay. Jump and quantum will be in there. Whoa, what is that? What is this? Okay, so this is the ladder. I like that there's a ladder in case power goes out. And this is the crane, our cargo operator. Oh, this is cool. Support station. Alright, so this is where you can load up your cargo. Actually, I really like this ship. I didn't think I was interested in this at all, but after touring it, especially if it's a large shield, which it looks like a large to me. If this gets a large shield, then yeah, I would definitely be interested in this. Alright, let's go down. See if the ladder works. Ladder's still wonky. Yeah, I like the little armory section you get here. Those may be escape pods instead of EVA storage, but that remains to be seen. This is just a first impression, just me walking around looking at it the first time. I actually like it a lot more than I thought I would. I usually don't like external cargo ships, like the whole series of stuff. I get they're more efficient. Uh-oh, am I stuck on here? Okay, I made it off. I get they're more efficient. I get they usually store more cargo, but I just prefer to have internal cargo storage. But I do get the intent of this, to be able to lift these shipping containers quickly. Makes a little more sense. Seems like a very large ship just for these 3 containers, though, but who knows? Maybe it's worth it. These may work in conjunction with the hull series to load and unload the hull as well. Yeah, I like this ship. A little bit of asymmetry here, too. I like that. Oh, let's see what it says.
If you're looking to crack into the cargo hauling market, look no further than Argo's new Raft. This small multi-cruise ship utilizes Argo's experience in the industrial ship market and a versatile design to create an affordable entry-level ship that's ready for the long haul.
Entry-level cargo hauling. All right. So I believe that'll do it for Argo. There is the Argo Srv that is unreleased, that is going to be like a tow ship that uses tractor beams for like tugboat activity and towing activity. So like if you're stranded out in the deep, you get towed back to a station. If it's a large ship that needs to be maneuvered very finely, you can use a few SRVs to tow and move those around. I'm not personally interested in those, but I know a lot of people that are. Okay, so here we have the Rock. This is the DS version. Dual screen. No, dual seat. This I feel is weird considering the Rock exists. There's a few upgrades. One, you have a environmentalized. Is that the the correct term. That is not the correct term. You have a closed canopy so that you don't have to have a huge spacesuit on, but your laser operator is exposed to the environment, so, and it takes 2 people to operate. You also have the standard rock, which is much smaller, fits in more variety of vehicles, and only requires a pilot to operate, but also, as you can see from the webbing here, is open to the environment. I think this is the version to go for. Buy it in-game, rent it in-game. Do not purchase this with real-world money because the value just isn't there. You can earn these fairly quickly in-game. I don't see the point in the DS personally. If you're interested in mining that much, especially land mining that you require 2 people in 1 vehicle, then sure, grab that. But I think the Rock is the better choice of the 2. And here's the Greycat Ptv, our personal transport vehicle. This came out way back when all we had was a giant hangar to look at our ships, and we didn't have a persistent universe to fly around in. This was used to drive around our hangar in order to get from one end to the other quickly. It stayed in game. Now it's its own ship. Used to have to buy it with UEC. Now you can purchase it with in-game, with real money and in-game money. I wouldn't recommend purchasing it with real money at all. But it can fit in a variety of vehicles, so if you want a buggy to get around town, drive around on planets, this can fit in just about anything that can hold a vehicle larger than a bike. All right, let's go look at the holo displays. I think maybe we'll have the SRV over here. No. Okay, so this is the Consolidated Outlands Pioneer. This is a gigantic 3D printer. All right, and what I mean by that is its whole purpose is to go land planet side, hence all the VTOL thrusters. It expands and opens up and 3D prints a base. And that's its whole job. It produces outposts and bases by landing on planet side and 3D printing them. I believe the IRL cost is $850. I don't think it's whole limited, but it's also not one I'm super interested in myself. I love the design. I think it looks great. And I love any type of ship that has a tower with a bridge on it so that you can oversee your ship, especially when it's split open and 3D printing. That'll be a cool location to be in. But me personally, I'm not interested in building bases for other players or myself. I will just hire somebody who has one of these to come build me a base. All right. What do we have here? Is this? Yeah, this is the SRV. Okay, so this is the tugboat / tow ship that I was talking about. In the back here, you have a very large, you see this round disc. This is a very large tractor beam. I don't know the actual size. I would say it's probably medium tractor beam, but it's large in relation to the size of the ship. And then you have a couple small stabilizing ones. And once again, it's designed to tow ships and to tug ships. I believe that's $125 or maybe $150 for a concept sale. Once again, I'm not interested in it, but for some organizations and fleets, I can see that they would want that. All right, then over here we have the 2 offerings from Kreuger. These are the Archimedes and the Merlin. All right, so this one is the Merlin right here. This is the one that comes with the constellation Andromeda and also comes with the constellation Achaea. And it is a parasite ship that docks to the back of them. This one is ballistics base. Can't really see it. Just right here you can see the top of a Gatling gun that is mounted almost spinally mounted with this ship. I do love the look of the ship. It is very aggressive and shark-like and looks like it would be fun to fly and sporty, and it is fun to fly and sporty. Great little scout ship to go along with the Constellation series, and it also helps to add another target if you're being harassed. This is the one, the P72 Archimedes. This is the one that comes with the Constellation Phoenix, and this is more focused on racing and fun to fly. You have I believe this is a fuel scoop that replaces the Gatling gun, and then you have weaponry under the wings. This one's meant to be faster and more maneuverable and more luxurious. Let's see if we can hop in here. Open canopy. Can we get in? Maybe I'm on the wrong side. Let's get on the other side. Here. Close canopy. Rent. I feel silly. I feel like you could just enter from the side, but maybe I'm doing it wrong. Rent, 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 rent. Close canopy. Oh, here we go. Enter pilot seat. There we go. So this is the one that comes with the Phoenix. I do love the MFD, which is a custom panel here. I don't know why I'm looking at my lap. It seems to be forcing me to do so, so let's try to get out of here. Once again, I wouldn't recommend these with cash, as these will be very easy to earn with in-game money. Probably just about a few hours of grinding and you can earn you one of those. They do not have quantum drops. They require another ship to ferry them. And you can fit them in a ton of locations. They will fit in the Hercules series. They will fit in the Carrack. They will fit in the 890 Jump. All right, is there something to the side? Let's check the map real quick. It looks like the side was open. Yeah. Yeah, the Mustangs and the Nomad. I forgot all about those. So there's going to be more offerings from Consolidated Outland. For right now, we looked at just the Argo and Kreuger, and then we looked at the Consolidated Outlands Pioneer, which is meant to build bases. Let's go quickly look at the Mustang series of ship, which is Consolidated Outlands starter ship, and then they have an advanced starter as well in the form of the Nomad. Come on, let's get over there. Let's not run so we don't pass out from increased heart rate. Oh yeah, if you're in America, USA, happy Thanksgiving. All right, so we have the Nomad in the center, and then on the sides we have the Mustang series of ships. All right, so this one is the Mustang Gamma. This is a racing variant. One of the things I want to show you about the Mustang is look at that cockpit view. Let's open the canopy. Let's hop in real quick just so I can show you the cockpit view. All right, canopy. There we go. So check this out. One of the best views in the game, by far, period. All right, let's get back out. No internal part of this ship. You can't get up and walk around looking at it. It's just a cockpit. This one is made for racing. And so it's going to have less weaponry and it's going to fly a little faster. This one is the beta. This one does have an internal section, as you can see by the door back there. Let's go look at it really quickly. We don't want to enter pilot seat. How do we get in the back? I don't actually own one of these. Let's open ladder. Open pilot canopy. Maybe we need to get in the pilot seat and then go from there. See how the whole console lifts up for us? All right. Let's try to get back into the other portion. Exit to rear. There we go. So this is the camper van version of the Mustang series of ships. It's the only one that has an internal section. And the design is very polarizing, and I can see why. This looks like a prison cell. So you have a bed, you have a small kitchen with a hot plate, and you have storage. No, this is not storage. This is your pooper with a shower. That's nice. There may be storage in here somewhere. I'm not seeing any, but that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Maybe this? No? No. Who knows? But this is the camper van version of the Mustang series. Now, can I get out directly? No, I have to get in pilot seat. Yeah, that would be frustrating to me. And now can I exit ship? Exit ship on the left side. Alright, so that's the Explorer version of the Mustang series. Let's run over to the other side. Check out the other couple Mustangs. Alright, I see the Delta over there. What is this one? This one is the base, right? Mustang Alpha, I believe they call it. Yeah, this is the base. As you can see, it does have a cargo area that drops down from the back where you do have the camper van version on the Beta. I don't know if that's functional as far as actually being able to use it in reverse yet. Another thing I like about the Mustang series is how they fold up. They're actually quite small when in landed configuration. Alright, and you can see the weapons on the front here are on a turret. And this is the Delta. Out of all the Mustang ships, this is the only one that really interests me. This has additional armor, as you can see with this padded section here and on the wings. It has rocket pods and is quite the maneuverable little light fighter. It's actually not a bad light fighter. This is the only one that's limited as far as I know, so if you're interested in picking up a Mustang Delta, now's your time to do so. Alright, last but not least, let's check out the Nomad. Nomad is a very polarizing ship. One, because it uses maglev, it doesn't actually land, it floats. So to me, this doesn't really fit the theme of the rest of Consolidated Outland. I almost feel like this should be a Xi'an ship. But anyway, it has 3 size 3 hard points, 1 at the bottom, 2 at the top. No, I'm not trying to rant you. Get out of here. It is a cargo ship, primarily, with an external truck bed of a cargo bay. Here, let's lower it down. So your cargo is not fully protected. It's kind of like a pickup truck bed. And you can fit a rock back here or some other vehicles. And then we have the internal. Let's go ahead and enter the ship. You get a very ornate ladder system to get you in here. I wish it was a ramp more than a ladder. And I wish it didn't float, but that's me. So you have a small window that you can look into your cargo bay. You have component access. You have a pooper without a shower. And I believe this is storage, right? Yeah, storage over here. And then in your living quarters, you've got a small kitchenette. You've got a bed. And then you've got a little shelf with your bed, a little screen. And then you have a chair that comes out. Let's see if we can activate it. Doesn't appear to be working. Anyway, a little chair slides out here that you can set on for your desk. And then let's look at the cockpit view, which isn't horrible. It's better than you would expect. There you go. So let's check this out. So there you go. So you have good visibility downward, decent visibility left and right and forward. Your MFDs kind of get in the way, and these struts are kind of in the way, but they're not bad. Definitely not the worst view. So this thing, I don't see who this is really for. I believe this is about $80 for this. And to be honest, for 20 bucks more, you can get a Cutlass Black, which is just a straight up upgrade in every form over this. Let's exit the ship. So yeah, that's going to do it for today's IAE. If you're interested in getting an SRV, a Raft, or a Pioneer, or even an Argo Mole, all of those are great choices. Other than that, Mustangs are usually always available. The Nomads, I don't know if the Nomad's always available, but if you are interested in the Nomad, yeah, you could pick it up. I think you'll be disappointed with it overall. I think a Cutlass Black is a better way to go. A Mustang Delta is one to look out for as well. Do yourself a favor, don't buy the ground vehicles with cash. Earn those with in-game currency. Definitely come and rent anything you're interested in and try it out. I'm going to go rent a Raft right now. And that'll do it. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy my content, please consider a like, a comment, and or a subscribe. Stay tuned for the next episode. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.